Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to have a conversation today about Wuthering Waves going mainstream in some of the craziest ways possible, in ways that you couldn't have even imagined, because you might be unfamiliar. If you're a Gacha player, you're probably unfamiliar with the Instagram profile that you're seeing on my screen. You don't even see a picture of a guy. All you see is like this weird looking, I don't know what that is. And the title of it is like JK 17 posts, but 21.9 million followers, only following 8 people. That's because this is Jungkook, a singer from a boy band, a Korean boy band called BTS. That's why this guy has such an insane follower ratio. And if you've been keeping up with Jungkook's Instagram page, what you're gonna be seeing over here is just him straight up advertising the Cyberpunk 2077 collaboration. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, he just straight up put Rebecca and Lucy from like that one still from the game, and he just distributed it. He just distributed this to all of his followers. That's a free ad, a free fucking ad to 21.9 million people, and likely even more. Because, well, look at where I got the information from, Pop Solaris. These accounts over here are seeing this shit. They're seeing it happen. And then they're further spreading information about it. And now I'm making a fucking video about it too. And so it's going to spread even further. The idea over here is very, very, very simple. Kuro Games, with this Cyberpunk collaboration over here, they've hit it out of the park. We all know that the initial post of this had millions of views. And currently, if we take a look at the Kuro Games YouTube page, what you'll recognize is that Cyberpunk reveal, it is one of the most organically highly viewed videos in the gacha space. Usually gacha companies will do this thing like run ads where they'll basically like take, you know, a cinematic like this, the combat showcase, and then play it as an ad before YouTube videos, driving the views of it up immensely. For this showcase though, I don't think they did that. And the reason why I can say I don't think they did that is because I can see over here 74K likes and 877K views. Yeah, 74K likes is a diabolically large amount, and it actually matches up perfectly well with a view count like this. And then the 6.4K comments too? Yeah, no, brother, this shit is fire. And the situation is this simple. Everybody in the space has at least had some sort of inkling about Wuthering Waves following this announcement over here. We get to utilize, right, the immense reputation of CD Projekt Red with their great titles like Witcher, I mean, do I really even need to say more? Witcher, of course, 2077, all of the DLCs, all of that, because they've got a huge amount of sway in the space, mainstream gaming space. And I think everyone kind of knows to a degree, at least in 2026, who CD Projekt Red are and the quality that's implied when it comes to what they do. And so this over here on top of it, it's even just more legitimization. This is why people do things like influencer marketing, right? This is why people do things like have a popular streamer, somebody, right? Think your XQCs, your Asmongold's, your whatever. Those individuals actually just go ahead and play their game. Kuro Games basically gets the opportunity to sponsor, like, it'd probably be too wild to call this guy a, like, Korean Michael Jackson. But, like, I think the best the best analogy that I can make is, like, think about popular pop stars in your country. Think about, like, maybe The Weeknd in the United States. Ooh, I'm blinded by light. Yeah, that guy, right? Imagine if he just suddenly dropped an ad for the Cyberpunk collab. You'd be like, what the fuck? I gotta go check that shit out. How many, like, teenage Korean girls, not just Korean girls, because, like, the BTS army spans across the globe. Don't worry about that one. They got fans everywhere. How many, like, teenage girls do you think are now installing Wuthering Waves because of this? College-age girls now installing Wuthering Waves because of this. How many gay dudes are now installing Wuthering Waves because of this? Maybe a lot, maybe a little. But when the guy has 21.9 million followers, it's got to be somewhat significant. But this isn't it, ladies and gentlemen. It's not just over here, where we're seeing people talking about going to the collab, where we're seeing people talk about playing the game. It's also happened with one individual who's kind of been popular for not the best reasons as of late. We got 10Z over here, a famous former professional Valorant esports player. That's not what he's known for nowadays. But this is the thing, 10Z. And I guess this is a statement for every dude out there. There's a reason why gacha games are so popular. And these gacha games are so popular, ladies and gentlemen, because once you pull the unit, once you acquire the girl, they can't leave you. That's just an unrelated statement. It's just an unrelated statement. But let's hear what 10Z had to say regarding this matter.
I'm actually kind of interested in the story right now.
Bro, if he's saying that in 1.0, he gonna be playing this game forever. Bro, wait, we had this dude saying, bro, I'm kind of hooked on the story now in 1.0. Bro, that means that, like, this game's gonna be worse than crack when it comes to Renacida.
It's a lot of questions.
Bro, he's gonna get to Septimart and just, never mind. I've already taken enough shots. We'll just be nice. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, no, this scene is still pretty good.
What the fuck is that?
It's your daddy. Isn't it just sponsored yapping? Was he sponsored? He wasn't. No, people have proven he wasn't sponsored. He was playing between rounds and games in Valorant. Okay, no, he's definitely not sponsored then. If he's playing it on the side, alt-tabbing between in queues because his queue times are so long because he's high rank. No, people do that all the time. They play another game because their queue times are like 40 minutes. Yeah, their queue times are literally 40 minutes. So yeah, he's quick swapping between the two. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. You got another person over here. You got another individual over here. And guys, apparently, 10Z has been saying some stuff like Wuwa's been on my radar. I feel like Wuwa has been on a lot of people's radar, right? It's been on a lot of people's. And this over here, I think to many, was the push to start playing the game. And timing this up during the game's anniversary, where it's also one of the most generous patches that the game has ever had, this is an excellent opportunity, right? For I think the main purpose when it comes to this collaboration. And that's to draw in a new audience, and that's to draw in new players. You have people from Valorant, FPSs, all of that, all kind of like advertising this game as well to their audience during the collab. Now you have the people over here who might not even play games, right? Now you're addressing an audience of people that aren't even gamers, but then they might be able to become gamers. And do you also want to know one of the best, in a bad way, one of the best audiences a gacha can have? People that aren't traditionally gamers. Because those people won't know what, like, regular games are like, and so, like, the practices in a gacha can't feel as bad to them. Think about all of, like, the middle-aged women in, like, Arkansas that spend $10,000 on Candy Crush a month. There's probably not that many of them, but, like, you get the vibe of what I'm talking about, right? Like those white suburban moms that are just like, oh my god, honey, I need to keep going. Like, I'm so close to victory over here. I'm just gonna spend, like, $5, okay? Bro, there's so many, like, white moms that spend so much on Candy Crush, they're, like, addicted, and, like, they don't even understand, like, what they're spending. Because they had never played games before, and so, like, spending 300 gems to go a game sounds fair to them. Do you get what I'm talking about? Do you get what I'm talking about over here? And so an audience that maybe isn't playing games in the first place, unironically, is one of the best ones for a gacha to have. And if we're going to be thinking about it from, like, in terms of, like, controlling predatoriness, I think Wuwa's on the higher end, right? I'm not going to go ahead and advertise it as, like, a game that's going to teach you good financial practices, but Wuwa's going to be the game where it actually limits how much you could theoretically ruin your life. Which is, I think it's fair enough to bring up, right? Like, it's like, even if you were to S6, R5, everything in the game, you wouldn't spend as much as you would in other gachas, right? It's just inherently cheaper. So yeah, you're not going to end up as broke as you would in, like, a Genshin or a ZZZ or an HSR. So I guess that's fair enough. right? There's always a silver lining somewhere. If you're wondering why Wuwa's cheaper, guys, for any person that doesn't know, the weapon banner in this game is guaranteed. Oh, and the Cyberpunk characters' weapons are going to be guaranteed as well within 80 pulls. Yeah, there's no way to lose on the weapon banner. Oh, and by the way, you can also, the pity in this game starts at 65. So most people get, if they lose the 50-50, they get the unit within like 135 pulls. That's like the average. But you go up to 160 max. And then naturally, you're also able to do this crazy shit over here where you could just like buy dupes in the shop. I could theoretically buy like 9 dupes right now. I just don't feel like it with your currency. So yeah, that's just like the baseline systems of the game. And that's like why you can't, theoretically bankrupt yourself as much in this game as you can in others. That's just the situation over here. Why was he gay today? It's Pride Month, so has he been wearing this all of June? If he hasn't worn it every day, why did he wear it this day? That's the question I'm asking. Why did he wear it this day specifically? Why is he gay? All right, anyways.
Like basically, like, I don't know. It's like the graphics between like a Super Nintendo versus like a GameCube game. It's like not even the same universe.
And by the way, we're watching this because apparently another big streamer has made a very big commitment.
So yeah, it was so much better. And I like fantasy games more too. Play Wuthering Waves June 8th. I'm going to.
Now you got probably, I would say, the biggest or like top 5 biggest gaming streamers, though you could say the gaming's with an asterisk on it nowadays, right? Yeah, no, he played it as well.
So Wuthering Waves is doing a collab with Cyberpunk, and they're adding 2 new characters into it. They're adding Lucy and Rebecca. I think you get Rebecca for free. You have to pay for Lucy. Honestly justified.
And now we even got this guy over here saying, yeah, no, yeah, pay up, piggy.
And so, yeah, I'll probably play that on the day it comes out and see what it's about. Why not?
You got that too. I've never seen a collaboration like this before where it's kind of just unilaterally viewed as good. And the funniest thing is that when you see anybody outside of the Wuthering Waves community talking about this collab, it's only good things to say. And then you juxtapose it, right, with all of like the actual retarded children that are like, I should be able to get Lucy and Rebecca for free and both of their weapons with only 50 pulls. And the fact that Kuro Games is daring to keep their 50-50 on the collab banners is just malpractice. It's like, bro, like, dude, who are these people? Who, like, are these people? I'm legitimately wondering, because they don't even seem real at all. They actually don't fucking seem real at all, bro. Big news in the Wuthering Waves space. You got the Genshin, you got the Traveler's voice actor telling people to spam him to play the collab. And that's a 4th one. Great. So it's kind of like wrap this all up. One of the most unfortunate things that I have to talk about when it comes to this collab is the fact that I think that Kuro Games might have bitten off a little bit more than they can chew here. With the reasoning being this. A lot of their stuff is just straight up delayed. We have not gotten very much marketing materials at all for any of the Cyberpunk characters. And there's only about 2 to 3, maybe 4 days left until the patch actually drops. We got no Lucy combat showcase. We got absolutely no kit details at all for any of the characters, and no Resonator showcases either. And this is the time we have left on Danya's banner. This is the time we got left on all 3 of these banners, actually. And that's not very good. And when you consider the massive influx of individuals, guys, the massive influx of individuals that are going to be coming to this game, right? The massive influx of individuals coming to this game because of this collaboration, it would really, really, really suck if there was something that went wrong in the development pipeline to get this launched. Let me know what you all thought. Peace out.